Yeah.
They'll be enjoying some advantages in the race as ministers.
Yeah, because
now after today,
and all
they'll become ex-ministers.
Yes, yes.
And all those privileges will be withdrawn.
Privileges will be withdrawn immediately. The patronages they intend to use, some of them are already gathering things in their various ministry to use as empowerment.
So Malami would have had to think about that.
Talent, all of them.
All of these people who are having another thing.
That's the major reason behind this prevarication, all these uncertainties.
Well,
that's the main reason.
Is today.
They are not going to have police escorts and all that
any longer,
and they have to go and campaign.
If they need,
they will
pay for it.
Okay,
something they are getting for.
Just why do you about there?
He left.
He left.
Yeah.
I think Akpabio has also left. So all of those people, the president initially had sort of spoken well of them for their boldness,
honestly,
and forthrightness.
Uncle Yori, I really want to commend Emeka Nwajuba. He was the first.
He was the first
to tender.
I think he challenged this.
Yeah, and he also challenged his colleagues. That guys, I mean, if you are really serious, you really want to serve,
let's go.
It's a sacrifice. Then take that risk, resign. So all this one that they are sitting on the fence. In fact, some of them are even sitting on a tripod, not even a spread.
Okay. You know, it's generally well known in this country that when it comes to this kind of delegates, the whole delegates matter, the governors have the upper hand. Yeah. However, 8412 came along and apparently would have wrested that strong upper hand from the governors, and so they don't like it, but if it's the law, it's the law. Now, Senate President Lawan, late in the race, he's also declared. I think Majid was pointing out that he also has another form, right?
He has been screened. It's not alleged. He has been screened.
He has been screened
for Senate.
And not only him, Shiomole too.
He was Shiomole.
Has been screened for Senate at a time when he's still having the presidential form. He submitted.
Now, all the senators, well, I don't know about all the senators, but Odius Okalu, he also stepped down, remember, very early. I don't even think he got to the stage of buying a form.
I don't think Odius Okalu paid.
He didn't obtain the form.
Yeah, but I think Oji in his, while resigning his ambition.
His ambition.
Yes, as a potential presidential aspirant, said is doing that because of the respect he has for Lawan, who is his leader, and that he can tell us categorically that there are 9 other aspirants who will step down for Lawan. But then, if we are so convinced that we have 9 aspirants who will step down for Lawan, then why is Lawan picking a Senate form?
To return
as a backup?
The National Assembly.
As a backup.
You see, the intrigues are not uncommon. They are the usual thing.
Sorry to interrupt you. Let me ask a question, because I've been thinking about the question. You guys for sure can help me out. Why is Mr. President allowing all of these games to proceed?
He's a party man. He's a Democrat, at least to... as the situation is now, he would not. It would be unfair of him to have told any individual, "Don't contest for whatever office you want to run for." Don't forget also that the issue of zoning or non-zoning was ongoing for a long time. People expected the party to be categorical.
Yeah.
That, look, this is where we are zoning the ticket. But the party up till now remain silent on that.
Yes.
And that opened the field.
The dynamic in there.
Yes, it opened the field. I want you to also know that this long list of aspirants actually is a combination of many intentions. And I'll explain. You have people who are in the race for the presidency and nothing else. Yeah. They want to be president.
Yeah.
You have people who are in the race for the possibility of emerging as running mates. They are, in fact, you can count those ones on the tip of your fingers, depending on the zone that the presidential ticket goes. Some people, a good number are in this race because they are positioning themselves to be in discussion, because once you are a presidential aspirant, you will have to always be in the discussion.
Yeah.
So that, okay, we want to decide who will be the running mate. They'll be in the discussion. They'll be in consideration. The third class of people are those who are, in quote, buying ministerial positions.
Yeah. Okay.
They are
As a
buying,
calculation.
and no, that's their target.
Yeah, but
They are putting in their money to the party.
so that they
So
have
when
to be
you,
considered.
in their state, if you look at them, they are always one from each state. But now you now have to look at who becomes the minister from that state. Oh, that it was a presidential aspirant, and then it's a consideration.
And more importantly, he had, he's contributed.
He contributed
100 million
money.
naira.
No,
So-
I need to,
those are the three.
for us to actually break it down, I can tell you for free. I mean, it's what Nigerians know. In APC, I see only 4 aspirants. I see Tinubu, I see Oshibajo, I see Fayemi, and I see Amechi. To some extent, maybe Yaya Bello. Those are the guys
Who are in the race.
who are actually going around talking to delegates.
Okay.
Because
let's take
it's
a
going to
break.
be a delegates election.
Let's take a
Because if you
break.
pick a form and you have not spoken to anybody,
Yeah.
and you are a presidential aspirant.
in PDP, you can see Atiku, you can see Wike, you can see Tambua, you can see Peter Obi,
You see Saraki.
and Saraki, yes,
Yes,
and Saraki,
and see
5 of
Saraki.
them.
I have mentioned the Bauchi governor, but he also collected governorship form.
Okay.
Senate.
Governorship form. No, governorship.
Sorry, governorship.
We got,
Because it's
we
going
got
for
to go on a
second
break
time.
now, so that you won't be interrupted when you call in or anything like that. Just stay with us, please. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Presidential primaries, intrigues is what we're calling it. That's because we don't exactly know where we are. I mean, we read the papers every day, we listen to TV, watch TV, listen to the radio, and we're still trying to make it out. Now, I asked Dari why the president was allowing this game to proceed as it is, and among other things, Dari had said, well, what do you want Mr. President to do? He's a Democrat. He's not going to say to anybody, don't run. Let me ask the same question to Majid, by which, because what I mean is, if you've said it out there that you're going to be president, that is, you're going to start the quest, you've said it. And the law that the president is trying to be very careful about is this section 8412. So he doesn't want to be caught. He doesn't want his administration to be caught in the midst of that. Now, you've said that. He's held a valedictory. Afterwards, people are now saying that, as a matter of fact, I'm not too interested. Sorry, it's a bit like submitting your resignation, even though I hear what you are saying that some people didn't. It's like submitting your resignation and then thinking about it later on and say, you know what, I think I have a change of mind. It's not in all companies that you will be welcome.
And I think they are taking advantage of the open-handedness of President Muhammadu Buhari. Is too free with them. I would say that they are taking that advantage of him being being too democratic. However,
There is actually such a thing.
Yeah, however, I will also say that they have not run foul of any law, especially those of them who are picking 2 forms at the same time. I don't think that, because this is not the first time it's happening. We have seen several instances. I mean, somebody will say he's running for governorship. At the end of the day, you will see him emerging as a local government chairman. So, I mean, but in this particular instance, these are elections that are running pari passu. They are running side by side. So, but for those who really want to tell us that they have that leadership quality, if you say you are running for president and you want to be taken seriously, then you should resign.
Exactly.
You should just resign. And
so you therefore cover Dari's opinion that
yes,
it's because of democracy,
yes,
and the president doesn't want to be seen to be strong-arming anybody.
And also, you see, we should understand that some of them cannot compare themselves to governors and deputy governors or the president and the vice president, who do not have to resign because they were elected in the first place.
Exactly.
Just like the National Assembly members too. On all legislators, they do not have to resign because they have a mandatory statutory 4-year tenure. They were not appointed, they were elected. So their cases are different.
Yes.
And that's what Malami is trying to do, is trying to equate himself to those who are elected. No, you are not elected, so you can't get that privilege.
We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning. My name is Kenko Kesandu.
Okay, Kesandu, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning to your guests. I really
good morning.
enjoyed this conversation, honestly. This morning is super. You see, first, let me commend my brother, Dr. Chukwemeka Nwajuba. He represented me at the House of Reps at some time. You know, I am proud of him. In as much as I'm not a fan of the current ruling party, but I can say that this shows that this man means well for himself and to whatever he wants to represent and the country at large. It is a good sign. This is what we want leaders. We want leaders to be showing responsibility. But like your guest rightly said, let me tell you, okay, it's not for the presidential order. These men and women do not have intention of resigning. Their plan is just to stay in the office and even from the office and go for their primaries. If they lose, they'll come back to the seat. This is also a clear indication that, see, their personal interest supersedes the interest of Nigeria, and they're boldly telling us this thing to the face. But I want Mr. President to do something. You see, after today, if they fail to resign, Mr. President to show the door against each and every one of them. And like so many legal luminaries have said, some of them must go back to the Senate to take a bow again. It is unfortunate that in Nigeria that we are trying to see how we can make things better. Some people, like you people rightly said, some of them are afraid of going to the police or civil defense to not pay for security details. Some of them. But tell me,
when the perks of office would have been stripped.
Pay 100 million. I want EFCC to go after this. We need some questions. Some persons must give us an answer because nobody is more Nigerian than another. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kesandu. I think well put. So there still is the question of, well, people were just, first of all, let it be said, it was thought that the Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, he just couldn't contemplate a situation where he wasn't a minister in the light of the situation in his home state and all of that. And he will be running. But he's given the lie to all of that by biting the bullet.
Amechi would resign today, so he says, and I want to believe with the way he has taken his presidential campaign, I want to believe he will throw in the towel by close of business today. So let's see. I mean, he's been minister for 7 years. Even if you resign, if you lose the presidential bid, 1 year wouldn't really matter.
Minister and confidant of the president.
Confidant. So
people are saying some people are close to the president, some people are, some people are close, some people are closer.
And he holds a very crucial position. And we have seen all the things he has done. I mean, especially in the rail sector.
Exactly.
He has done well there. So.
I have another caller on the line. Good morning. Thank you for calling in. Good morning, Mr. George.
Uncle Yori, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for calling, Mr. George.
Uncle Yori, the intrigue you are seeing is as a result of greedy ministers who want to eat their cake and still have it. They want to use our money to campaign for the next office. I don't blame them. It is the system that gave them that opportunity. And then the governor of Central Bank. He is doing that because many of them are they are reading the body language and that they might be the chosen ones. If a man, Uncle Yori, who opens our vote for PDP to look the wealth of this country, the president came and reappointed him. Doesn't that encourage him to think that he's the best in the country? Now, you come and say you want to become a president, and you are running the central bank of a country. That means the bank is no longer central. This is a matter, it does not pay pensioners. There's a Supreme Court judgment among the pensioners in central bank, which he refused to obey, and run as the president of this country. Why? When is it done?
Yeah.
And then the president himself Uncle Yori, I've said it before. He seems to be the one that gave the impression to these ones to be betraying their bosses. The law that says that if you want to run, you should resign. In my view, Uncle Yori, it should also be applicable to those who are in elective positions. Look at the vice president. He's using presidential jets to campaign around the country after betraying somebody just because you were elected. If he was to run with his own money, can he do that?
Okay.
And then why is the president giving impressions to some people that they are chosen ones? That's why we are seeing this proliferation everywhere.
Let's
Let it come out and tell Nigerians the mode of primaries that his party is going to have. If you are keeping news and making us look stupid.
All right, Mr. George. Thank you very much for calling in. Sometimes people are a bit miffed by the way we conduct ourselves. And clearly that's the case with Mr. George this morning. It is what it is. Meanwhile, well, it's been explained that, well, the vice president is not part of it all because he was elected along with the president.
I must quickly respond to that.
Sure.
You see, we have laws. When you are elected into an office, the law says you are elected for a period of 4 years. So any other law that now says an elected person should resign before recontesting will contradict that provisional constitutional provision.
Yeah.
So there is no two-way to it. You cannot be shut out of the race because you are an incumbent.
Yeah.
And you cannot be asked to surrender your mandate. You are elected for a time of 4 years.
Yeah.
But nobody will now ask you to reduce it to 3 years because you want to seek re-election. And also, we must also understand the fact that the moment you ask elected officials to resign before contesting, you are depriving their constituents
Yeah.
of a year.
Okay.
So definitely,
you look at
the
it.
world over, elected political office holders to resign.
VP Osinbajo, he's sitting pretty.
He's sitting pretty.
He's sitting pretty.
Senators are sitting pretty.
All of those guys
governors, deputy governors,
all elected people are sitting pretty.
But
the intrigues is now going on among the others. But I have
the-
another caller who's been waiting. Hello, good morning, and thank you for calling in. Okay, we just lost that even before I found out who exactly it is.
Sorry, to add to what Dari also said about Osinbajo, I think we must correct that erroneous impression that is betraying somebody. He has a right to contest.
Okay, Mr. George did mention that.
Even a son can contest against the father.
Okay.
We've had situations in Kwara where Bukola Saraki siblings contested on different parties. So I don't think we should. I think that we should bear that in mind.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
but it's just that
It's his opinion, but I think
it's his opinion, and it's also, it must be said, out there in certain sectors of society. Maybe not everywhere, but there are people who see it like that. I don't even know.
And those who see it like that, I would say, are entitled to their opinion.
Exactly.
But I want you to understand the fact that when you talk about he's being a vice president, the next office is the presidency.
Yeah.
Naturally, he would desire such an office.
Yeah.
And then it is his constitutional right. But the idea of what happened between him and someone else, what happened, how he got there and all that, these are issues we should leave for them to settle in their privacy. If you look at the national leader of the party, Ashwabi Bola Ahmed, for example, he is pursuing his presidential ambition devoid of all these
zero distraction.
He will tell you.
Another caller has come on the line. Good morning to you.
And we are not practicing a true democracy. Honorable Afolabi is speaking from Oyo State.
Mr. Afolabi from Oyo State, did you say?
Because this is not a true democracy we are practicing in the country today. It's just an oligarchy system. Hereby Section 84 12 has already clarified it for any political appointee to resign his appointment for the day of the Congress or the primary. Hereby elected officers are the statutory delegates in the Congress or primary of any political party. And the current government is fixing everything for us in the country today. Hereby, the person has already resigned his appointment and still be in the power of the government and say it's not going back again. Look at Politali now. has already told the country now that it's still in government again. This in fairness, the contesting the primary again. Where are we going? It's not a true democracy. It's an oligarchical system they are practicing.
Okay.
S. Afolabi is speaking from Adawai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Afolabi. Do you want to contest that? Because it's his opinion, and he has a right to it. But as to it not being a true democracy,
you see, I would contest that in the sense that our democracy, in my opinion, is still evolving. We are actually going somewhere. We're not there yet. And if you look at the progress we've made since 1999, we can't throw all this away just because of some mistakes. And then what are his arguments? That some people ought to be out of office. We've said that here. And I am saying that Mr. President, if he's listening to somebody like Afolabi from Yoshi, should know that he owes this duty of ensuring that people don't laugh at us. If you hold a valedictory session for people, it simply means they are out of office. The first error was now saying you are giving them till Monday. It should have been an immediate thing. That was a mistake. Let's take it. But since you obtained the form to contest, you already declared your resignation according to the law. According to you already resigned.
Yeah. I would have thought so. But before you do, let me just add this call. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. Hello, sir. Who's on the line? Is there someone there? You can't listen to yourself. You want to speak to us? Mute the volume of your TV set, please.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Mute the volume of your TV set, please. Good morning.
Hello.
Who's calling? Tell us who's calling.
You can't listen to yourself. You want to speak to us.
You're taking so much time. We all want to know is your name, sir. Your name. Huh?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, but I want to hear your name. Oh dear, I think we might have lost you. First of all, perhaps there's this whole echo delay, and then maybe that was a first-time caller, because you might not be, but you don't know how we do. So as soon as you get through, the first thing to do, please, if it bears repeating, is mute the volume of your TV set. That's the first thing to do. That way we won't be getting all that feedback. So sorry we missed your call. You would have had something valuable to contribute, no doubt. Yes.
Yes, like we are saying, the most honorable thing to do, and as somebody who wants to aspire to the #1 seat, is for you to tell us that you want us to be able to hold you accountable and hold you to your words. You are saying you are contesting for president. So now you had a meeting with the incumbent, the outgoing, and it tells you now that you are saying you are contesting, you are paid the form, go and resign, and all of you are backtracking. Haba, who does that?
Okay, yet another caller on the line. Good morning. Who's calling?
Hello, Reverend Dominic from Alemosho.
Reverend Dominic, good morning to you, sir.
From Alemosho.
Okay. Go ahead, Reverend.
Reverend Dominic from Alemosho.
Okay, Reverend. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Majid.
Good morning, sir.
Why? What did Daddy do you? What did Daddy do you? Well, you know, good morning, Daddy.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry. Most of us are not finding this situation funny.
Okay.
Do you know why? This madness in PDP in the 16 years was not as mad as this. If you can hear me. PDP in the 16 years did not insult us more than this. Majid is a journalist. We know what I'm trying to say. In the government of Obasanjo, as every minister, as you take the oath of office, there's a resolution letter you will sign and keep it in the office of the Secretary of Federal Government. Obasanjo is still alive. If it is Obasanjo, that day of this meeting, or whatever you call it, to send them off, they will sign the resolution at the back and read it for them. Mochi is my witness. Obasanjo is still alive. In government of Obasanjo, you will sign a minister, sign resolution letter ahead of his day. He will be resigned. So immediately Obasanjo wants to sack you, he will sign that resolution letter for you and read it for you. But these people have taken Muhammad Buhari, his magnanimous, as for witness. This everyone is playing him around. How could you play with a presidential order, resign if you want to contest election, and you come back and say you will not resign. It looks childish. It looks a childish issue. And one thing I want to say is this. I have not seen a lame dog opposition party like PDP. If APC was in opposition today, they would capitalize these errors and present to Nigerians. The PDP were playing as if they are vagabonds. I don't know the kind of opposition party called PDP. PDP has a reason to come to power because this APC has messed everything. You let me say this. I'm a pastor. This young girl killed in Sokoto that day. Supposed to be a campaign issue today. Why do you kill somebody and no government official? When that man went to carry her daughter, he was begging for drivers to kill the daughter body from Sokoto to Niger. No driver accepted, except one who charged 120,000. As I'm talking to you now, Sokoto state government did not even send a call, make a call to that family. What a government is this? We didn't expect this for APC. APC has messed up things. And number three, anything that makes them to deny Tinubu presidency, we'll see how we work in this nation. We are part of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, Reverend Dominic. Just coming through now that Mrs. Talon has indeed withdrawn from the senatorial race. You know, that's it's a flash. So,
no, the thing is, which means that there is no clear difference between the male and the female.
No, you were passionate. You were,
honestly,
you felt it was different.
I was thinking
you were hoping,
different.
but I already told you the circumstances. You see, all this commitment, passion, always as a result of certain interest in Nigerian politics. Interest.
There's no way she can face the incumbent.
She was hoping to face the incumbent as a sitting minister, and you understand how that contest will have been.
Correct. Yeah.
But the moment she drops her letter today, she becomes an ex-minister, and the government is still sitting. Those people behind her, it will only take them 48 hours to find their way.
It will take 48 hours. No, it will take 48.
You see, and then she will not, she does all these talks about Mr. President wants her to be the senator. She will get Mr. President to support her. Will be out of it.
So the president.
Okay, Mrs. Talon here. I've just read a little bit of her statement. With profound gratitude and great humility, I have decided to voluntarily step down from the senatorial race, sequel to the yearnings of women and other well-meaning Nigerians who see the need for the strong voice for women at the Senate. Furthermore, mindful that the Constitution of APC stipulates in Article 31, subsection 1, and then 111, October 14, and all of that, that any party office holder interested in contesting for an elective office, whether party office or not, or office in a general election, shall resign and leave office 30 days prior to the date of nomination of the primary for the office of, and so on and so forth. So she is saying that, look, just leave it all. She ends her statement by thanking the good people of Plateau State, Southern Senatorial District, and appeal to them to continue to support the incumbent Senator, Professor Nora Dadouf, to sustain the women's political force. So
you see, that was something I was going to say. Yes. That the sitting senator in that place is a woman.
Yeah.
So if truly the desire is for a woman to continue to have a voice,
she would support her.
She should
Professor Dadouf. Yes. Dadut, I beg your pardon. Dadut, D-A-D-W-T. Yes. You know. Final caller this morning. Good morning to you, sir. Or is it a man?
Yeah, that's Okorafo.
Pastor Mazi Okorafo.
Just in the nick of time.
If it is Arochukwu, continue.
You see, all these issues of dragging, people are just maybe say that I'm calling what they're doing is just donation. They are just making to the fund of the APC or any other PDP. That is the way I see those people that have resigned or those people that are still, because what we know is only one person, which is the Jagaban of Nigerian politics, is Tinubu. That's the only person, because when you look around, all these people that are talking, what are the legacies that they have left for Nigerians to follow? Where are they? So you don't.
What do they have to show?
You want to buy food. You see anything you buy. No. We are waiting for Tinubu. Let the primary come.
although I'm not a delegate or anything, but Tinubu is already there. So, by the grace of God, you will match. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
People should buy more funds and let all the political parties raise more funds so that by the time they go for they will jump come to the TV show, other television, and put more adverts.
All right.
The contest has closed. They can't buy more forms.
Thank you very much. They can't anymore. The selling of forms has closed. But thank you very much, Mazi, for calling in. And indeed, thank you very much, Mojid Jamiu and Dari Odufokon. Mojid, Executive Editor, Upshot Media. Dari, Assistant Editor at The Nation newspaper. Thank you, gentlemen, for your helpful analysis and helping us to understand, even as we continue to watch, because the intrigues are not over. We can still expect. Okay, we'll see how it goes by tomorrow morning. It's just starting, right? Okay, so that's our program today. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I'm Yori Folarin. Bye-bye for now.